What's good, crypto? I'm your host, Marvin, here to bring you a daily scoop on everything going on in crypto. What a ride it's been, guys. It's been an insane ride. Since July, we've been recording every single day, Monday through Friday, covering Bitcoin, what's going on in the news, and just staying strong together. Really excited about today. Today's huge because we got the first Bitcoin ETF launch. The market is open at 9:30. I haven't looked at the price yet, so I'm really excited. Let's see what happens. But let's dive into what's going on in the market, how the market's reacting. Let's talk about the Crypto Fear and Greed Index and some exciting news around the corner. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming. But if you're interested in this kind of podcast, make sure to subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I post a lot on TikTok at Media by Marvin if you're into that stuff. So let's dive in right now. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is sitting in at 75, down from yesterday's 78. I actually think that's pretty good. I know that extreme greed is usually when you see like the number pumping up and it's insane, but what I like about being at greed right now is that the FOMO hasn't fully kicked in yet. And the mania hasn't kicked in yet. So sitting at 75, I'm okay with that. I like that, actually. Getting to extreme greed, we've seen that we've been at extreme greed for weeks, months at a time, at 93, 95, 89, and hanging out at 78 on dips and whatnot. So 75 is really good in my opinion. We're doing really well with the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Now let's look at the numbers. Bitcoin is pumping. Holy moly, we are sitting at just a little bit over $63,000. We are revving up. We're at 63,189. It is clear to me that the ETF is working in our favor. It is up at 63,224, 43, 56, 67. Basically, the market is responding very well to the Bitcoin ETF. A lot of people, even myself, I was like, is this a buy the rumor, sell the news event? It is clear right now, at the time of this recording, that it is looking like people are reacting very well to this. I'm trying to switch over to the 4-hour. See if we can zoom in a little bit more. Oh, zoomed in a little too much. Let me just refresh the page. But overall, the market is reacting very well to the news of the Bitcoin ETF. I know the futures ETF is not exactly what we've wanted, but it's what we get, and I think it's going to work into the possibility of possibly getting a spot based ETF, one that's physically backed by actual Bitcoin, not the future price of Bitcoin. So things are looking really well. Looking at the market cap, we're at 2.5 trillion. Bitcoin dominance at 47%, clearly taking market cap. And overall, right now, we can see alts doing decently well. Ethereum is pumping up a bit. We are 3,851, only about $1,500 away from the beautiful $4,000 mark. Binance coin only $8 away from $500, looking good there. Cardano just slacking a bit behind. I mean, a lot of people are nervous of whether or not to sell their Cardano, but one thing that I've learned time and time again, the coins that take a little bit longer to pop are worth holding on for. We had Cardano moving really well in August, so just be patient. XRP at $1.10, Solana down a little bit, Polkadot down a little bit, Dogecoin down a little bit. But overall, right now, again, all eyes are on Bitcoin. All eyes are on Bitcoin right now. Taking a look at what's up on the day, we see KuCoin up, OKB, Phantom. I know a lot of people who love Phantom. Kusama's up, Harmony is up 6%. Love that. Cosmos is up, Avalanche is up. So we have a mix of good green. PancakeSwap up over $20. Love seeing that. Shiba up 2%. So, a lot of the alts are slowly climbing, some faster than others, but for the most part, some of them are just taking their time. Again, we've talked about this and covered it before on this channel. When Bitcoin runs, it really takes a lot of the air out of the room. It really does take a lot of the spotlight. My trading view isn't loading right now, which is freaking fantastic. Yeah, so we can see we're having a little bit of a retracement, of course, not surprising when we have major run-ups. These things tend to happen. We were just at about 63, we're down 62,940, but overall the sentiment is pretty bullish. Guys, we're in for a treat. I think this is going to be a very exciting couple of weeks and months ahead. I talk about this on my crypto TikTok, but just be mentally prepared for people calling the top. Have a strategy in place for yourself to be able to take profits, so that way you're not holding bags until the next bull cycle 4 years down the road. Now, will we get a blow off top, or will we get, just a gradual steady increase with excitement of an ETF? We don't know. There is no crystal ball that will tell us the future. All we can do is plan accordingly, and that's the best thing we can do. So plan accordingly. Take profits along the way. You're probably not going to time the top. Almost nobody does. Very few do. And if you time the top, congratulations, but chances are most of us will not. And that's okay. But the goal is to make profits on the way up. That is ideally what we want to do. So even if Bitcoin goes an extra 20 or 30% from where you sold, don't stress about it, because you rather lose out on that 20-30% rather than selling on the way down when it's like 50% down. So take profits, have a plan, so that way you take the emotion out of it. The way we DCA in, you want to DCA out. Overall, what we're looking for right now, so Bitcoin is really at its last levels of resistance. What I want to point out, it's doing very well compared to what we've seen before, holding the $60,000 range. Earlier this year, anytime we really got up to the $60,000 range, we would get rejected really, really hard. And you can see that, we were at 60,000, and then we would go down to about 54,000, go back up to just about 60,000, get rejected, go down 50. The first time we went all the way to 40,000, and the third time, right before the May crash or the May bear market, whatever you want to call it, we got at 64, and then we dropped all the way down to about $46,000. So keep in mind that, Bitcoin is performing very, very well. We're holding this level very strongly. The bulls are stepping up, and they're saying we're pushing the price up. The bulls are in charge right now. So this resistance level that we're facing right now is the $63,000 range. We could see that over the last couple of days. We've kind of been hitting that 63,000, high 62,000, and that's been an area of contention. That's been our kind of key level of resistance. Once we get through the $63,000 range, claim it as support and keep moving forward, I think sky's the limit. I think all-time highs are inevitable, especially with the news of Bitcoin ETFs. Some other really good and fascinating news that just rose up this morning from Walter Bloomberg this morning, that the Grayscale plans to turn the world's biggest Bitcoin fund into an ETF. This would be really, really exciting. This is a different ETF. It's actually, I think this is the one that's backed up by real Bitcoin, and they own about, I think they own about 600,000 or 9. They own an absurd amount of Bitcoin. So for them to have a physically backed Bitcoin ETF would be absolutely huge, and I think Grayscale would be the ones to actually be able to do it. This is what we're looking for. This is the one that will actually bring up the price so much more, and this is the one that could bring us to $200,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin plus. This is really, really bullish. I don't know when we would actually get a spot ETF, but this would be crazy. This would be crazy. And some other exciting news that I got this morning. CryptoDog shared there's Coinbase Global. Facebook has chosen Coinbase as its custody partner for its pilot of Novi, a new digital wallet. For some of us that are in the space, you know that Facebook has been working on its own digital wallet to introduce cryptocurrency onto Facebook. This is really cool. They chose Coinbase. Coinbase has been killing it and been partnering up with everyone. So if you don't know that, that's something to keep an eye out for. Again, we're going to see more mainstream adoption of crypto, more and more and more. I talk about this on TikTok. We are early. We are so early to all of this. We're going to see more and more crypto talk, more and more crypto adoption and implementation across social media, across our day-to-day lives. And it's going to be really, really awesome to see that, you know, things are changing right before our eyes and we're still early. A lot of people are asking, you know, is it too late? Did I miss the train? And I don't think so. We are just beginning to adopt it and implement it into social medias. So I think it's really, really exciting. Right now, we're getting a pullback. We wicked up to 63,000, again, an area of resistance, and we've pulled back to about 62,500 about. But this is not surprising, you know, for when we like do a major blast off. It's to be expected, honestly. It's to be expected. You can't expect a major blast off every single time and hold it. So right now we're facing that resistance. We're climbing back up, but I'm really excited to see what the rest of the day is in store. Right now, another thing that I'm personally doing is staking on Celsius. I put some money, liquidity on the side that I have just sitting around, and just let that stuff, you know, incur interest and let my money make money for me. And that's something I would consider all of you to look into and to do your research about. Once this bull run is over, you're going to have a good amount of money sitting. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to buy random crap? Are you going to buy a house? Which is awesome. Congratulations. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to put a good amount of the money that I make and just stake it into USDC and just let that accumulate interest. That money that I accumulate and compound with, I plan on using it for the next bull run or the bear market and just accumulate as much as possible and not tap into my personal liquidity. It's easy money. It's free money. It's passive income, 8.8% on your stable coins. That's not bad whatsoever. A lot of people are like, oh, 8% isn't a lot, but compared to your savings account, I personally still hold a savings account. I still have a lot of money in there just in case of an emergency that I need or for whatever. But I also put some money that I just don't plan on using, period. It's kind of like an emergency fund, and let that make money for me. And I plan on doing that after this bull run, taking some of my profits and staking it and just letting it incur interest. That way I have money for the next bear market, for emergencies, and hopefully pay off my mortgage sooner or pay off my car sooner, and let that be a vacation fund as well. So look into Celsius. I totally recommend them. They were super easy to use. I'll pull up their website. Their app is super friendly. And yeah, you can see their rates for what you can get, you know, with USDC, USDT, 8.8%. And if you go down like SNX, you get 13.99%. And if you go down, different coins get different percentages. Like Bitcoin, up to 1 Bitcoin, you get up to 6.2%, which is actually really, really good. But if you have more than 1 Bitcoin, you only get 3.5%. Because the reason why these are lower, you have to consider that, you know, as Bitcoin continues to move up, you know, your 6.2% is going to be reflective of the price at that time. So that's huge. Like if Bitcoin is at $100,000, you're going to be making a whole lot more. And there's a bunch of other ones too. So look into it. Earn passive income. I think it's a hack. That way you can have extra money on the sidelines and not have to tap into your personal reserves to buy dips and all that good stuff. Have a good day, everyone. Have an exciting, we have so much to look forward to. I think this is the start of the next push for us to get over 63,000 into all-time highs. And follow me again on TikTok. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out, everyone.